Hey, everybody. Fascinating chat today. Really excited to talk about the partnership economy with a company who's leading the way in this space. Olivia, how are you?
I'm great. How are you, Evan?
I'm doing really well. Thanks for joining. Really intrigued by impact.com. Maybe we'll start with introductions, both to yourself and who is impact.com. Great URL, by the way. I wish I had that one. Thanks very much.
Yeah, they really nailed it, didn't they? Well, as you said, my name is Olivia Savage. I have been with Impact.com for about 2.5 years, and I am a senior marketing strategist focused solely on creator and influencer marketing. Really, my remit is helping creators find their way through the complex world of partnerships, and so we work to make sure that creators know. Where they should be looking in the platform for great partnerships, things they should keep in mind, how to present themselves best when they're pitching, and just kind of broad topics, the ins and outs of the creator economy at large. Impact.com has been powering partnerships for over 14 years. They started out as pretty much like an affiliate marketing platform, but we've really expanded. In 2020, we started our journey into the creator economy, and that came with an acquisition of a influencer marketing platform. But about a year and a half, almost 2 years ago, we completely rebuilt that from scratch. And so now when you go to impact.com, whether you are a brand or a creator or like an affiliate publisher, you can do everything from one place. So that's really been our mission, is to just make the process of finding, contracting, and paying partners who are evangelizing your brand, and for the creators and publishers, who need to find brand partners to amplify their business and, pay the bills. Just making sure that we have the most comprehensive, flexible, scalable solutions available.
Fantastic. Well, that's a lot to unpack, but it's all fascinating. I've been doing this as an independent for 10 or so years. We didn't talk about partnership economies or creator economies. It was kind of a totally novel concept when I started, and kind of still is. I mean, how do you see the partnership economy, the creator economy over the last couple years? Is it the best of times? Is it just getting started? Where do you think we are on this journey?
Well, I mean, exponential growth, I think, can only continue for so long. However, we're still on that upward trajectory. We're just starting now to see the stats roll in from all of the activities last week with Black Friday and Cyber Monday.
Mm.
And what we're seeing is just a continued growth of these types of promotions and partnerships driving commerce. I think I saw a statistic earlier today that something like 20% of conversions that took place online during Black Friday, Cyber Monday were driven by content creators and influencers. And so I think we're going to see them continuing to take a bigger and bigger slice of the pie, especially as creators are kind of gaining a different amount of respect and clout among the consumers. So we know, research shows that now when consumers are going to purchase a product, research is an increasingly important component of their purchase journey. So when a Gen Zer is going to buy, I don't know, a new tablet or something, they're going to go online and they're going to research that extensively before they go and decide to make a purchase. Whereas some of the older generations, even millennials, I'm a millennial, elder millennial, that's not necessarily quite as important, but it is shifting across the board. And when people go to research products, they're finding that the results on traditional search is less and less trustworthy for them for whatever reason. And the parasocial relationships that are fostered between a content creator or influencer and their followers means that their followers really actually trust what they have to say more than maybe a blog or a review site. And so having that voice, having creators actually talk about products that they love genuinely, and also offering little incentives when they can for their followers to get a small discount or some other sort of perk or advantage, can really, really move the needle for brands.
That's fantastic. And behind the scenes as an influencer, it's pretty messy. It gets pretty chaotic, pretty ugly, to be honest, in terms of partnering. 100 emails or so flying back and forth is the usual modus operandi. So, how does your platform kind of simplify the partner management communications for businesses?
Yeah. So, one thing that I really like about our product offering is that we are kind of democratic and two-sided. So, for a lot of the platforms, the solutions out there, specifically for brands looking to locate and contract creators, it's really made for the brand and not so much necessarily for the creator. So
Mm.
the brand is the one doing the discovery, doing the outreach, and kind of initiating those relationships. Our marketplace is two-sided. So creators can also log in and actually shop and look at which brands are
Mm.
available, which brands have campaigns that are live that they can apply for, and they can actually initiate those relationships. We've also conducted some research where we've seen over and over brands want to hear from creators. Brands want creators to actually do some of the outreach, pitch themselves, and initiate relationships. And so having technology that allows both sides of the equation to find each other, to reach out, to negotiate, and find, a productive way to move forward is absolutely critical. Um, so, like I said, we have a campaign marketplace where creators can go and look and see what's available and apply for campaigns, and they can see very clearly, what the compensation is. And if certain components of the scope of work are negotiable, we mark that very clearly as well. So the creator can go in and say, hey, everything about this looks great, except I can't accommodate this exclusivity term, or, these usage rights aren't really what I need given the compensation, but this would work for me. And so they can counter really easily all within the platform. And then of course we have other features like, in-app chat. So you don't have to go to email, you don't have to go to Instagram DMs. You can do everything in the platform, so you can see everything in one place. And similarly, for the brand side, we have what we call our influencer relationship management. It's kind of like a CRM, like HubSpot, where brands can actually see across all of their influencers kind of key identifying pieces of information, organize them, tag them, add custom fields and stuff like that to make managing all of your various partners a little easier.
Fantastic. If I could just get away from DMs, that would be great, where communication goes to die. So that would be wonderful. Um, and of course, brands are using AI and other automation tools. I'm using it. I have 8, 10 different tools I use. But how does Impact.com leverage automation or AI or algorithms to help, with its community?
Yeah, so we have a few different things. I mean, I wouldn't say that we're necessarily hopping super on the forefront of AI. We do have some AI features, and we've actually had them for a while since AI
Mm.
became like such a hot topic. But really, what it is complex algorithms helping brands to kind of like, I believe there are some automations where brands can say like specific rules, like, hey, if a creator has X, Y, and Z attribute for this particular campaign, we want to let them know, early in the process that they're probably not a good fit. So we offer some things like that, and definitely workflows. There's good automation there. You can send out like automated emails and things like that. And then, of course, we have more robust features like social listening, social media monitoring, which
Mm.
enables brands to kind of put feelers out there for maybe some negative brand chatter, or maybe creators who are saying amazing things about your brand or your industry, but maybe they also talk about other topics that you don't necessarily want to be associated with, so that you can understand some of those things that might make a partnership not necessarily ideal for your brand, helping you keep your brand safe.
Fantastic. Um, so when you think of industries, I mean, I work in just very niche business verticals and industries, but generally, where do you see industries leading in partnership adoption? And of course, we all have seen the fashion and beauty business and retail side of things take off, but across the board, what are other industries are you seeing a lot of opportunity?
Yeah. So obviously, fashion, beauty, skincare, all of those are always at the forefront of the creator economy, and they lead a lot of innovation. But we also see a lot of really exciting success with like more niche apparel, so like outdoor stuff, even fintech. Like
Hmm.
there are some partnerships that we've seen with creators who talk about personal finance, where they're able to partner with, a bank or some other sort of financial entity. And then, of course, we're also seeing a lot of like emerging industries really wanting to get on the partnership economy. And it's actually a little bit tricky because of some of the regulations that are in place. So things like cryptocurrency and cannabis and alcohol and things like that. Those tend to be a little bit trickier, but we still have plenty of clients who are doing amazing work finding partners, even if they are in those industries. So it just takes a little creative thinking, some patience. But I think one thing that we have seen work really well in places like beauty, fashion, is live streaming sales. So, especially on platforms like TikTok, where you can live stream and you can sell things, especially if they are TikTok shop products, you can really see, these massive sales events kind of take place. And I believe that actually kind of got off the ground and saw a lot of success in other markets, like in Asia. And then it's
Mm,
slowly made its way over here. And I think we're going to continue to see more of that.
yeah, fascinating. Um, So when it comes to measuring success and ROI, it's always been a bit of a question mark. You send through metrics or impressions, and that's kind of the extent of it. But how do you think about measuring success with partnerships on your platform?
Yeah, so we have a robust reporting suite to help
Mm,
brands and creators understand what's really moving the needle and where there are opportunities that maybe they should lean into. So when brands publish a campaign or they have activities going on, they can see at the creator level, they can see at the platform level. So if they
mm,
have creators that are posting both on TikTok and on Instagram, you can see which platform maybe has stronger metrics. And then we also have some metrics down to like the frame. So if you're doing like a carousel or something like that, you can actually see which frame in that carousel or story is like, getting the most attention, the most engagement. Um, and then of course, campaign level metrics. You need to be able to see things from the top view. But yeah, we offer some of the most robust and granular tracking technology, I think,
mm.
on in the market. The affiliate side, the performance side, is a part of the business that I have not focused on personally much. I've been like solely dedicated to the creator side. But I do know that we are very, very competitive in that space. So for folks who are creating tracking links and really wanting to understand not just last click, so not just who is the last person or where was the last touch point before somebody actually went and made a purchase, but what does that full journey look like? Who are the other people who contributed to that person eventually making a purchase? And if you want, being able to actually compensate some of those other touch points as well.
Fascinating. So I focus on B2B. So, my clients are in healthcare or telecom or enterprise tech, but, B2B focused. Are you seeing that, which has always been a niche in content creation, grow? What other trends do you see in general when it comes to creator content?
Yeah. So B2B always remains kind of elusive when it comes
Mhm.
to influencer marketing, but we still see some influencers and brands, even that are B2B, leveraging social media really, really effectively.
Mm,
Um, there's a couple of brands that like I just follow for fun, who have done some really unique things, just talking about, let's say it's a SaaS product. They will talk about some of the woes of working in tech in modern day,
Mm,
make funny content that's really relatable and that brings people in from an entertainment perspective. And I think that that kind of approach can be really effective, especially for SaaS brands who are wanting to do brand awareness style campaigns. So I think that's like a big piece of it. Like, I think that B2B actually moving all the way through to conversion using influencer marketing is a bit of a heavier lift than just like brand awareness. But influencer marketing kind of got its roots. It got started in the brand awareness, the top of the funnel
mm.
kind of approach. And as things have progressed, we're seeing more and more lower funnel activities. So I think people sometimes forget that influencer marketing can still be super effective for just brand awareness, getting the word out, and creating brand affinity. Um, as far as other trends that we're seeing, I think a big one is for a long time, the creator economy didn't like the concept of affiliate. They didn't like the word, they didn't want to participate in it. It was a little bit like, oh, either that's old school, or understandably a lot of creators don't want to put in a lot of the work, because there's a lot of labor involved to create
Mm.
content up front and not see any compensation directly for that labor. And unfortunately, that's the paradigm when you are doing a performance based campaign, is that it is based on sales. It's based on commission. And so one thing that I think we're going to see more and more are hybrid payments.
Mm.
So brands offering a small flat fee to get creators compensated for creating the content, for doing the work up front, but then offering them bonuses or performance-based compensation as the sales roll in. So I think that's something that people should keep in mind and keep in their arsenal, especially for, maybe SMBs who have tighter budgets, and whose leadership are saying, hey, you really, really need to, if you're going to spend money on influencers, we need to see sales. So, unfortunately, free gifts, free product don't pay creators' bills. And if you don't have a big budget to offer them really compelling flat fees, then you should definitely keep in mind this idea of, well, I will compensate you now for creating this content. And then assuming that you create content that really drives sales for us, which is our ultimate goal, then we will compensate you through a bonus or through a percentage. And, this shifting mentality toward affiliate, it's kind of subversive, but it's definitely there. Because if you look at TikTok Shop and then how, Instagram shopping, YouTube shopping are all trying to compete directly with that, those are all commission-based sales. So creators are doing affiliate style partnerships. I just don't think that they necessarily understand that that's like what that is, what's behind the curtain, and that there's a whole world of affiliate partnerships that they could engage with outside of those in platform on social media marketplaces to continue to earn. And it's nice because affiliate commissions are always on. They're just running in the background. You don't have to keep churning out content to continue earning. So it's nice income diversification, I think, for creators.
Yeah, and I think it's a great model. I've had many clients who put paid social dollars behind my organic content and then tied that into a landing page or a Woofu or sign up form. And just the value of a lead in the enterprise or business is huge for big businesses. So really interesting stuff. So what advice would you give to businesses looking to get started? Most have not done any partner or influencer marketing, if you probably look at the landscape, beyond just going to impact.com and setting up an account. I mean, what any advice?
Yeah. So for brands who are considering launching a brand new partnership, program, obviously I can't recommend any solution other than Impact. But I mean, for real, we are the most scalable. With some of these other solutions out there, you could put yourself in a situation where you stand up your program, you get things running, and then when you start to really see success and you need to grow, the tools can't scale with you. And that is something that I think we accommodate really well. We have solutions for a vast variety of price points, and a lot of the cost that is associated with using our platform long term is really just based on how much you are driving, how many payments you are driving out, because we charge like a percentage of that. So the upfront cost is not necessarily outrageous. And like I said, we have different tiers and different levels of solutions for folks. So if you're just getting started, you want to give it a try, you don't have a big budget, you need to minimize risk, it's still worth having a conversation to kind of explore what your options are and if there's something right for you. Um, for creators, there is no cost associated with creating an
Mm,
impact.com account. We have a couple of different like things that you should keep in mind if you are creating an account from scratch. One is that anybody can create an account and authenticate their social medias and all of that. But
mm.
for you to be like discoverable in our marketplace, you do have to have, I believe, a minimum of 1,000 followers. On any one social platform. So, if you're still working on getting up to 1,000, keep going, keep working. You can create your impact account now. And then once you get over 1,000 followers, you can go ahead and apply to the marketplace and become discoverable. And then, of course, we also have some partnerships with specific brand clients of ours who have what are called direct partnerships. So they either have a walled garden solution where creators can come and apply and work with just that brand, but the back end is us. And there are also brands who have a direct sign up page. So if you go to any one major retailer's website and you kind of find their partnerships area where they talk about how to become an ambassador, how to become an affiliate, whatever, a lot of times you'll sign up for that brand, but you don't know that actually you're signing up with impact. So we're everywhere.
That's great. Well, I can't wait to sign up and start looking at opportunities. What are you up to the rest of the year into the new year in terms of events or other activities out there? What's on your mind?
So right now I'm working on a webinar. We launched this year a webinar series called Creator Business Bootcamp. It's
Mm,
specifically targeted toward creators who are a little earlier in their journey, who want to understand, topics like how to pitch. So, if you have a media kit, how to craft a really compelling email to brands that you might want to reach out to. Things like you've gone viral, now what? So, how to kind of maintain momentum when you actually start to see some success. And then one that we're going to have in the new year is called Financial Fit Check, and we're working on helping creators get prepared for tax season and some things to keep in mind when they are managing their finances as basically what is a small business. These are entrepreneurs, and there are some complex aspects of financial management in that realm that we want to make sure everybody's aware of, and try and get them well educated before tax season comes up. So that's something that I'm personally working on right now. But otherwise, we are really blessed. Our company actually shuts down. So we're shutting down the 23rd of December through the new year. They have a skeleton crew on, but they try to give everybody across the globe, because we are a really large global organization, trying to give everybody time to recharge and celebrate the holidays and, rest and get ready for an exciting new year. So I'm looking forward to that for sure.
fantastic. Well, it will be exciting, and I'll be at CES in early January, where lots of brands, lots of creators getting together in one spot, the biggest tech show in the world. So this is very timely for that. And yeah, thanks, Olivia. Thanks for the insights and updates. I learned a lot.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks. And thanks, everyone, for listening, watching, and sharing. Take care.